in. Let's do it. Do I see storm callers? I do on an aerial specialist, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with arc lights and storm callers openers. Up against an amplify specialist with tarantulas and crawlers. Probably use Das Fangs. Hey, good morning, John. I was glad to see your country not as dumb as mine. Was that, were you like worried about it, or was that like you're just excited to see it happen? They bought another tarantula. Think. Yeah, fair enough. I knew that about you. Timbit Trump also lost his own seat. Was that Pierre? Is that the Trumper like guy? Okay. I followed it a little bit. Alright, what do we got here? Redeployment is kind of stupid, and I should use it. It does keep me from buying 2 Vulcans if I do that, though. If I could just skip it and buy 2 Phoenixes right now. So I think I'm going to do that. I didn't need to skip it. I didn't need the extra 50. Today I learned. Alright, since we're playing so defensively, I'm going to stick them back here. I mean, pretty smart to buy the Mustangs. They're good against Fangs. I'm presumably going to buy some air stuff. Might even take him out here. Nope, I still win. But we are having a bit of trouble here. Fire Badger would be useful for chaff clear. Go to Wraith. If I take the Wraith and put armor on it immediately, I kind of don't have to worry about the Mustangs at all. Pseudo interested in range on these guys too, but they may not need it. I'm gonna position that Wraith in properly. If I get range on these things, then I don't have to worry about that. Took the level 3 wasps. That'll probably level us up some. Doofus crawlers. Round 4. This takes so long. I think I'll just take a missile strike. That sounds pretty fun. I need just a little bit more chaff, and I can't really buy Mustangs given what they're doing. I could drop a boat. I want to focus on the ground for a turn and see what they do. What I'm really still lacking is chaff clear. Like, well, the arc lights are doing an okay job at that too. Maybe we go with an extra unit of fangs, a little defense here. You know what? I'm gonna take the boat just because it's a good turn to buy it. I've got the extra cash. I don't see why not. Decide if we want to level the Phoenixes later or not. Okay, they finally bought Marksman, which is not surprising. If we're going to keep the Phoenixes, we do need to range them. Got there. Do that yet. I have to make my decision here. I mean, the Typhoons are interesting. I can't get them any other way. The Fire Badger helps a little bit with the chaff clearing issues. This is a bit of a tough decision, but I'm going to take the Typhoons. Position them on either side. I do want to jump drive these. Their flanks are completely unprotected. Hello. Let's see if this do anything. I want to see what they're up to first with the melter. And now they position something. Great. Let's keep that melter busy. It lets me know what they're trying to do to answer my boat. We can do something with that. Not this turn, obviously, but in a future one. Stormcallers are also pretty good at killing boats. What do I need to do to stop that? I don't want to attack EMP on these. It doesn't really do anything yet except slow scrap down. Kind of nice. I've got a little bit of a problem with chaff not really dealing with this. I think we're going to take a distraction crawler. We're going to take some sledges. We're going to upgrade the boat. We're going to range the boat. We're going to mass recruit. We're going to buy additional crawlers. We'll get the mobile beacon next turn. And I'll put a repair kit on the boat. Why not? They're going to go after it. I'm not going to die this turn, so I've got a second to figure this one out. And now I can start thinking about EMP. And potentially more Stormcallers. I could use more ground-based chaff clear now. Orbital bombardment is pretty good. I don't think I can pass it up here. You kind of want to get Scorch and range on these bros. I feel like they don't do much without Scorching Fire. I have to range them next turn, though, because I kind of need the EMP now, too. It's a tough turn. But I think this solves all of my problems. I didn't get my mobile beacon. I gotta do that next time. I mean, I don't want to say they're worse Mustangs, they're just different Mustangs. I don't know if that makes any sense. They're better at clearing crawlers than Mustangs would be. Vulcans were not the right call. Hitos.
107 is the fourth busy bee the number, whatever that means.
Just about there. Let me figure out this turn. I might do something. I feel like I shouldn't be losing this fight, and yet I am. I don't love that. How's America? You guys have good barbecue? It depends on where you go. Barbecue is kind of a regional deal. It means different things to different folks. Family is much better. Poor Sim Baby is finally starting to feel decent. Now they put me in the awkward position of needing more anti-air. Don't love that. I think I'm going to lose this, and I feel like I shouldn't have, but it's okay. I've had a rough 4 days and been away from the game for a minute. Ideally, the steel balls slow them down a little bit. Storm callers do their thing. But yeah, I think I just got wrecked. It's on me. We can do better. And I'm starting to feel like aerial specialist is a trap. Yeah, I know. I needed to start building melters a long time ago. Why are you asking about America? I think the part I'm from has good barbecue, but that's what everybody from America thinks, is that the part they're from has good barbecue and everybody else's is garbage. I think what happened with the little one was she got a cold that led into an ear infection. And it was just tough because she'd wake up and need me to go comfort her for about 5 days. Last night's the first night I got decent sleep, and that I only woke up twice. You're looking for places in the States after last night? Aaron, don't tell me you have garbage politics. Ear infections are weird, and they can be very painful for a little one. The United States is the last place I would look to move right now. Even if you disagree with your current regime, like they're in power for a number of years, it changes, people get to vote again, things can change. Right now, we've got somebody who's actively trying to dismantle our system. That seems pretty bad to me. Like, you can certainly disagree with what's going on in your country, and I'm not here to preach to you or tell you stuff like that. Just the US is not in a great place right now. There are pockets that are pretty good, but there's a lot of like disinformation issues. I think that's the biggest problem. I'm trying to think of somewhere that seems great besides New Zealand, and I can't think of one. I'd like to live somewhere where healthcare is considered a right. No, you don't want to go to Argentina. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Go where makes you happy. You could get a lot of Happy Meals there. This is a solid defensive setup. I like that. Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you. Hounds and bulls. I didn't know you were Finnish. Tervetuloa. I want sledges to fight the balls, but I cannot get them right now. Your quick supply specialist. Means I'm probably going to take a marksman just to be able to deal with the not so uncommon, oh, look, I got a phoenix. We can adapt from there. And make it a crawler. Well, we're getting rocked right now, but I can work with it. I think you should dislike a part of your country's government. I'll get you to engage. Oop, take your 50. But a Farseer is the only way I can get the Farseer. And it do see far. I'm going to take it and I'm going to park it way the heck back here. And I think I would like a Sledgy. Let's move 7 versus 6. Sledgies can go back a little bit further here. This guy's fast and he's kind of going to shove them. Could sell out of something over here. I can't really like drop anything to push that tower yet. I think we'll try this. I bought the Phoenix into the Farseer. And some Mustangs into my Fangs. That's pretty reasonable. Well, I think a lot of places in the world, after seeing how much damage he's doing here, are like, whoa, bro. Laser sights can be incredibly powerful, so can a barrier. I can't really use any of this just yet. Whereas a smoke bomb lasts for 2 rounds. Yeah, if we're going to play defensive, let's play defensive. They can't even shield from it. Take this. Morning, Greg. Vulcan's Descent might win us a round, but I think this game will go on long enough for me to take this. We need a mobile beacon. So that we can go on a safari. Kind of need to buff up the other side a little bit. Don't think I mind a pair of Typhoons over here. Looks all right to me. Ah, I was not familiar with the Sentinel Islands, but thank you. We do need to defend our flanks. Fair enough. Let's take another Farseer. They're pretty unique. If I put armor on these, the Typhoon won't be able to get through them. Unless I do aerial specialization, which is pretty cheap, honestly. I think I can take that. Guy's not really doing his job. Could have thought a little bit more before clicking that. Could put this armor on something, right? Put it on these bros and level them up or sell them at some point. I want to at least use it. Start playing a little bit ahead of the tower now. Like it's working, but not quite well enough. But that might be what a fortress or two are for. Look. You're not going to stop with those phantom rays. I want to level my fangs. Maybe these squads, because they're actually doing something. I think we can start loaning next turn. Gave us a rhino. All right. I don't think I can kill that rhino. All right, I guess it's melting point. Solution to all of life's problems. Cross your fingers. I think I got this. That was a close one. Man, it's fun to get a day off and play some video games. Thanks for coming and hanging out, y'all. Got a picture of the baby. Don't look at that. See how kiddo's doing. Sitting in the corner, doing her thing. All right. Let's do another. Do it again. I'm becoming more comfortable with sledgehammers. figuring out stuff the round after it beats me, so I think we're getting better. We're getting closer. A Sabertooth with Hounds and Stormcallers. A Quick Supply with Fangs and Stormcallers. I think I like that better. But you really have to utilize that extra $200 quick. So I'm going to give that a go. I have Sabertooth and Arc Light. Classic thing to do in this scenario is buy an Air Force. Like, buy an Air Force immediately. There's not a lot they can do about it. The problem is a defensive setup doesn't really want an Air Force. So it can get a bit awkward. Buy a hacker right now. That's really bad when we're deployed so far backwards. We could save the money. Buy a couple marksmen of our own. I'm okay with that. We'll see what they do, where they deploy, and then we can make our decision. Like, I do need to use it relatively quickly, or it will be less valuable. Pretty happy with how that went. Only get the Farseer this way, so we'll get the Farseer. Way the heck back there. I mean, Farseer's kind of OP. I could just take 2 Farseers, deploy some crawlers, and call this a good round.
Wait, when did it get this high?
Thank you very much, Zombob. I've been a subscriber for 99 months. That's a lot of months. Let's take us that attack upgrade. Here's something nice to do with all my extra money. And if they took the Phoenixes, I think we're okay. They seem to have gone in a bit over beating our Stormcallers, which is cool. You do you. Farseers are still getting there too fast. I need Fangs. Or Crawlers, rather, because these Farseers are just rolling in and dying. And they're supposed to be my anti-air, so that's not great. I'm getting annihilated here just because those Farseers were too fast. I had the right units to beat this, they just weren't in the right position. That's pretty rough. Alright, so how do I fix this? Laser sights would help some. And crawlers would help some. I've got the damage to beat this, I just don't have the protection. These guys are 16 meters and crawlers are 16 meters. The crawlers are here, they're gonna get there first. It's gonna be okay. These guys are really not getting anything done. They could use some extra protection too. Trying to think if there's any technologies we want to stock up on. EMP doesn't really do... I mean, EMP might do something if we hit these guys. I think we'll just pass it a turn. Still in the game. And we can do the flanky crawler. We can't really do much with the flanky crawler because they're not positioning exactly in the middle. Solved a lot, but not all of my problems. Happy Tuesday! All right, I'm ready for you. Hit me with it. I mean, I feel like big number is big number. These poor bros are just not able to really connect. Pack of crawlers behind these fangs, and I think that problem's solved. I just keep not having quite enough cash to do everything I want to do. But I'm hopeful we can take advantage of them not having a huge amount of chaff either and smash them with these scorpions. If we don't, then I need to get a little more flexible and play standard more. Because right now I'm kind of forcing a defensive posture, and it's not working really well against everybody. Bonk. I mean, between fire badgers and scorpions, we've kind of got everything handled, don't we? Meters per second. I should be able to go about here. Maybe here. Don't really need that one. Didn't quite get as much done there as I wanted to, but I'm hopeful we'll be all right. They are starting to tech now with the MP on their marksman. Just need to make sure the marksmen aren't hitting these bros. They tried to flank me with fire badges. Did some work for them. Each square is 10 meters. I need to unlock multi-melter. I haven't yet. Yeah, there's a ton to learn. I'm still working on it and having a blast. We're doing all right, Mac. We're doing all right. Little one had a little bit of illness, but she's okay now. Need a little more chaff to protect the scorpions, and I think we're in business. That flank effectively countered my chaff clear. This game's so freaking hard. I did know that, Greg. Thank you. There doesn't seem to be anything worthwhile that you can buy with them. But I suppose that depends. I'm kind of a sucker slash I really like cosmetics in video games. It's one of my favorite things. And the cosmetics in this game are just bad. They're marketed bad, they look bad, they need to do better. I want to go buy skins, but there's no skins that get me excited. Do a little bit better skins on the season pass and make a battle pass that's $20 and I'll buy it. Yeah, I just don't want any of it. And none of these are really suited well for defensive play. The aerial specialist is, but every time I try to do that, I get in trouble. Okay, let's try something a little different. My specialist. Man, this is really hard for me. Nice, Yus. Congrats. I could have played a little more defensively if I wanted to. You don't have to be able to beat Stormcallers round one. Tell me what you got. You're gonna level up my Mustangs too? Yeah, it is. White do a barrier there. Well. think I'm mostly okay with what's happening. I feel like this one's looking a little better. Pretty good with that. I'd like to promote these two, but not enough to sell something to do it. Although the fortress wasn't great, to be fair. Like, what I might do is sell that and then just drop fangs in front. Crawlers work too. These guys don't really need to be promoted. I got that side this time. I don't much care for that. All right, what can I do to beat scorpions, and why is it boats? I wouldn't mind range on the Stangs. That's probably worth it. These hounds aren't doing much. I could sell them. Does that give me enough to buy it? Range is 300 and I could sell these for 100. Doesn't really do it. I'm not that close to dead. I think we might be okay. Can give it one more turn. If that's the case, let's go ahead and do a mass recruit. Get a few more crawlers, because we do need the chaff. All right, I'll come over here and line up so I can kill you and level my boat. They're going to buy melting points now. I don't mind doing more raidens. Stormcallers are actually pretty good against them too. I can start taking my loans now. Guys just aren't doing anything. Maybe that means we level a tower. I'm a little scared this turn, because I think they might be able to get me pretty well here. I guess we'll see. Those dudes are showing up so late, I don't think it's super helping. Need one more shot. But I'm not going to get it because I don't have range. Tell me why, yes. They still soak 3 hits, like they're performing a function of chaff. But, you know, I'll try it. I'm just not entirely sure what would be better. I think I screwed up here by going into this game planning to play defensively and then chickening out. Which is exactly what happened. No, it's really not. It just takes accepting, hey, I'm going to lose the first round. Oh, okay, cool. Once you've accepted that, it's not that bad. Stormcallers are $200 to counter, and they don't do anything for the rest of the game. And instead, I just put myself in a position where I know I don't know how to play the late game. So I saw the Stormcallers and panicked and was like, okay, I have to be aggressive into Stormcallers. But you don't. You just have to plan ahead. So that one's on me. I'm going to take a short break to get a beverage and potty. I'll be back, and we should have time for one more. So don't go anywhere. There's plenty more actions. Yeah, I'll probably do it 100 more, but I'm going to try to recognize it for the next one. So let's think about it this time and not make that same mistake. Like, just because my opponent has Stormcallers doesn't mean I have to freak out. So putting a little note here to remind me that I need to call the dentist, even though I really don't want to. I also know a couple different builds, but I haven't done anything lately besides hyper defensive, so I get confused when I try to switch to something else. Alright, so who was telling me Elite Specialist and Hackers is busted? I think that was Greg, and I'd been wanting to try it. I'm going to try to play standard with this rather than hyper defensive. Defensive is behind the tower. Standard is slightly in front of them, and aggro is lopsided on one side, generally. We just need to stay alive until we can deal with them. I think Arcalites can be alright here. Put one on each flank. Hello, Domist. Things are getting there a little earlier than I would have liked, but this is okay. Good morning, Lord. Hackers would be pretty bad against what they're doing now. And against this too. I'd say for the most part, it went quite well. And Baby did get a little bit sick, which kind of hampered it a bit. But it was good to be with everybody. Like, it's always good to be able to hang out with you. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do that this round. I'm trying to be flexible. I wanted to have that as an option. But it looks like that's not the way we're going to be going in this particular fight. Well, to be fair, Darmus, I'm talking about my wife and kids. My parents are 2,000 miles away, and to be honest, I don't mind. Are we ready for a scorpion yet? Because I feel like we are. Problem is, that's all I do this turn. I was like, oh, I'll have 100 left for somebody else, what I want. So do I loan on the lead specialist? That seems really stupid. That feels like something I don't want to do, but I also don't want to have this placed there without adequate cover, which it does not have right now. Oh, that's what we got to do. I get along with my wife and kids, and my sister, to be fair, but she's out there too. Inadequate chaff again. Doesn't look like it's going to be a bad factor here. I like my wife. I like my kid. They're cool. And a repair kit could be fun on the right thing. I need something that has a lot of hit points fast. And I'm not able to buy that this turn. I think that means I just skip this so I can have a respectable turn. Otherwise, I kind of don't get one. I want another Scorpion, but that's not what's meant to be this turn. And that's okay. Man, it would be so good, though, wouldn't it? Yeah, fair enough. That could be a thing we could do. I just want to spam Chaff again and make the decision next turn. So I think I'm going to do that. Get some stangs. I'm gonna go with family is hard for now. But that do sound about right. With this many crawlers, do I consider replicate? I'm going to visit New Orleans in 2 weeks. A unique family. My mom had me in high school, so I was raised by my dad and stepdad. Boys' birthdays are weekend. We're going home to visit. Dad and stepdad plan on having parties for them. They're upset because I'm trying to get one of them to move their party to Sunday. I mean, I feel like you should try to get them to move the party to the same day, have one party. how they feel about that. I'm going to take the Stormcallers and plan to sell out of them. They can still do a thing for a turn. I'm just going to crawler them to death if they don't do something to stop it. It probably will this turn, and I'll need to respond to it. But until then, whee. There's the Vulcan. All right. Got the job done. I need to redo the tax on my melting points. Be pretty good on this guy because it is taking some damage. Yeah, they're not hurting him that much, so I feel like it's kind of okay. I don't love doing a sacrificial crawler over there, but I think I need it. What do we do against them now if the melter isn't working? Or do I just need more melters? Can't really afford anything. That flank wasn't helping. I think the MP against their range will do something, but I guess we're going to find out. We're not hitting the Balkans. Well, we're getting a couple of them. Getting closer. Morning, Dave. And there's too much I want to get. Always kind of the problem here. I guess having some fangs that travel in a little more slowly could be useful. Like a final wave of chaff. They're heavy tanking these guys. Which I get, they should be. But that makes the EMP better. I think my problem is chaff clear. I went way too early and too deep into those fangs. And as a result, we're getting kind of overwhelmed with garbage units. And it's going to cost me this game too. But it's okay. You have a long weekend and a break. You're going to come back a little worse for wear. It is what it is. If we've identified the problem, do I have enough time to stop it? Maybe. With beautiful technologies. Things at the end did help a little bit. Not a lot of it, though. try again to pull that dude over. See if that does anything, because it's kind of all I've got. I think we're super dead, but... They just went Vulcan Marksman and wrecked me, and I didn't really have a plan going in. That's still the part that gets me. I've got to pay more attention to that. Yeah, it was all chaff clear was the problem. I got excited about winning with crawlers. And we were nowhere near winning with the crawlers. Like, I just couldn't do that. I had that problem in Magic, too. I'd get too excited and think I'd won a game when I just hadn't. Let's try one more and see if I can hold that focus. I'd like to end on a good note if I can, and I've got time for one more game. But 1300 is proving to be a bit of a roadblock to me because I just can't learn the lessons. Well, I did go into that one with a plan, too, that I abandoned. They're both really different, so they want to have time, have their party, and have their time with their kids. Yeah, it's a weird situation. Take the Stormcallers again, and I'm going to try to play with the Hounds like they're reasonable units. And I'm going to play defensively. Make him come to my Stormcallers. Redeployment can be incredibly valuable later. How do you play Elite, Riven? Riven. That is how you say that. Riven. I think I like redeployment for now. Crawlers seem useful to have in the back. I take a unit of wasps. I often buy some phoenixes, but like I feel like with their marksman, that's kind of not super smart. I think I'm going to put the crawlers here and see if they're able to deal with my missile properly. And make some decisions next turn. I didn't love this dog just running in and dying, so we're going to move it. Yeah, fair enough. I should have put a crawler mid. The dogs can do something. I think we're fine for this turn, but good idea for next turn. Hempcore can be nice when you get whatever you're going to get. Quick reload marksman. I mean, I almost want to take subsidized crawler if they're just going to go this heavy into marksman. As an elite specialist, what are they going to do? What is good against them? Stealth rays? Like, that's not even going to work too. Like, they're encouraging me to spam crawlers. And I feel like that potentially walks me into a trap. Yeah, I know. They want me to spam crawlers. And if they want me to spam crawlers, I don't want to spam crawlers. All right, let's give it one more turn and see what's going on here. They're just like sledge marksmen, which crawlers just beat. So I guess if they don't do anything, I'll just keep crawling. Yeah, but it kind of doesn't matter what it is, right? It can be this, 'cause that's pretty great. It could also be a boat. That's pretty great. But I feel like scorpions are a little better. I've got fangs. I think so. I think I'm with Riven here. And these guys aren't really here to get promoted. Took a boat and a fucking... Right. I didn't take the crawler tag. Oh shit, I did. I misunderstood that. Thanks, Dave. Because I'm an idiot. Brain is still not working. So when I say I got a good night's sleep last night, I mean I only woke up in the middle of the night 3 times. and got to sleep for a total of about 6 hours. And that's the best we've done in the past 5 days. So, like, I don't know if everybody would call that a good night's sleep. I mean, we're kind of just wrecking this opponent. Upgrade our crawler since it's free. I don't understand. I mean, maybe a little, right? Like, it seems like a right time to buy one melting point and then not care too much about what they're doing. I guess I could just buy Phoenix to counter the boat. Melting point just seems better. The problem is I can't actually get one this turn. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the air this turn. I don't think I can. Well, okay. I can do this. That's an okay turn. I assume we're going to get a Vulcan here and be on fire, so that kind of sucks. That'll be all sorted next turn. I can buy my melting points and we're good to go. Yeah, just kind of rolling over this one. But hey, we get to end on a victory. I'll take it. Potentially. And we waited, so it gets even better. Yeah, hopefully she's over her virus, feeling better. I had assumed they were going to missile or something. And they're just playing weird. All right, fine, I'll back up my melting point over there. I put a video in my Discord that I think does a good job of explaining what the units do. It's not one I made, it's one I found. But it helped me to just look at it and be like, okay, this is what Fangs do. This is what a Scorpion do. All right, we get to finish on a win. I feel like I learned some stuff today, and for being tired and a couple days off, but all right, I'll take it. I'm going to go potty, call the dentist, which I also don't want to do. And then I'll go get my kid. Y'all be cool. I'll be looking for you tomorrow. Adios.